Logan Lake Miners fans, we have a good matchup tonight here in Nanaimo. Mariners happy to be back at home after a slight road stint there. We've got the Logan Lake Miners against the VIU Mariners here. VIU Mariners would like to take this time to thank their title sponsor, the Tom Harris Community Foundation, who provide a focus on enhancing the quality of life in our community. Thank you again to Tom Harris Community Foundation for all your support of the Mariners over the last few years, making VIU hockey possible. And just hitting the ice on your right now, we have your VIU Mariners wearing white and blue this evening. They will be skating right to left on your screens at home. And now just hitting the ice on the left side in black and green, we have the Logan Lake Miners, who will be skating a left to right for this first period on your screens at home. Logan Lake seen some improvement this year over the last few, coming in at 5-4-1 right now, with your VIU Mariners first in the BCIHL, 12-2-1 record this season, looking to get back to that championship again this year and get some redemption from last year's finals there. Starting on left wing for your VIU Mariners here, number 19 is going to be Ryan Hunter from Brackendale, BC. Starting at center is VIU veteran, number 10, Ethan Jones from Nanaimo, BC. Starting on right wing will be number 14, VIU super mega veteran Carson Earhart. Starting on left defense for VIU, number 92, Nolan Wickham. And on right D, number 22, Tyson Pose. In net, we have number 33 from Grand Prairie, Alberta, Connor Stojan. Starting for your Logan Lake Miners, on left wing, number 10 from Logan Lake, BC, we have Nathan Baumer. Starting at center, we have number 23, Jalen Davidson. And starting on right wing, we have number 11, Braden Huth. Starting on left defense for the Miners, we have Talon Zakel. Pardon me if my pronunciation's wrong on that one. And on right D, we have Everett Rasmussen. Starting in goal for the Miners is from Prince George, BC, Matthew Enns. And just as we get set for the anthem here, I just want to thank everyone at home for tuning in, and cheers to a nice night of January hockey. All right, folks, kicking it off here. Should have a good night of hockey here for you, coming live from the Nanaimo Ice Center, also known as the Pirate Ship. Head coach for your VIU Mariners tonight is Chris Jones, assistant coach Bill Morrison, general manager Dave Dumas. We got Isabel Poulin as the trainer on the bench, Blake Nowicki as the assistant trainer, and we've got good old equipment manager, Mr. Ryan Squire, down there on the bench. Your Logan Lake staff this evening, we've got head coach and GM Grant Friesen between the middle of the bench there, assistant coach Anthony Tuliani, and trainer McKenna Reeves. Ethan Jones will take the draw against Jalen Davidson. Draw's going to be one. Wickham's going to step up, poke it through. It's going to go back to Logan Lake for a regroup. It's going to spit it up to center. Puck's going to be held there by Wickham. Kicks it to Earhart in the middle of the ice there. Pose is going to make a nice chip play off the wall for Jones, who's going to find Hunter in the middle. Hunter coming down the right wing with speed, making a dash here, getting around the Logan Lake defenseman. He's going to kick that back around to the opposite side. Jones is going to take a tumble there and not be able to get the puck. And we're going to actually have our first penalty of the game here. Believe that's going to be coming to Logan Lake. And that will mark your very first Prime Sport Performance and Therapy power play of the game. We're going to see Cage Newen step into that center spot. Ryan Hunter remains on that left wing. Earhart, the shooter, on the right. Jonesy pops up to the top left, and we are going to have Wickham as well, dictating there on the right point. Going to work it to the half wall. Jones, he's going to step through the middle here. He's looking, he's waiting. He's going to elect to take a full circle around the zone here instead. He's going to put it on net just softly for a rebound. VIU not able to pounce, but does recover. Kicks it back up to Wickham at the point. Wickham's walking, having a look there. Looks up to Earhart at the top right point. Earhart looks, shoots, finds Jonesy across the seam. Nice little poke by Newens there, just wide of the net. VIU here looking to put lots of pucks on the net early, test this goalie, make sure he is nice and warm. Jones will step around, find Earhart for the seam. One-timer by Earhart. It's going to pop back out. He's going to try and collect, but we won't get another shot here as Jones circles around the top of the offensive zone here. Looping again, looking for that seam. That's going to be poked away by Miners defenseman Adrian Schaefer, starting the game on the penalty kill. Never easy as a defenseman, so great when you can get a nice touch and get it out of the zone for a reset. Earhart's going to come down. He's going to dump it around here. Jones finding it on the half wall. Jones waiting on the half wall, down low. That's going to be number 20, 3-year veteran Blake Power behind the net there on your power play. Back to the half wall for Jones. He's going to dip it down for Wickham, but that puck's going to go amiss and slide out. It's going to give Logan Lake an opportunity to get a change early here on the penalty kill. Earhart's going to circle back out with it. Earhart gains the line there. Tries to make a move. Puck is mixed up, but he somehow comes away with it. Looks for Newens in the slot, just misses him. Now Power is going to elect to attack on the forecheck there. Goes back for Cole McGuire. Down to Strom on the left wall. Rebound kicks out, and that puck is going to deflect and be bounced out of play. Believe off a Mariners player, but we should stay in the O zone for another power play face-off. Logan Lake so far killing off 1 minute and 47 seconds of this penalty with some ease, though some chances for the Mariners. Testing the goalie early here. Shots currently 5-0 for the Mariners just 2 minutes into this hockey game. Going to have Corbett in the circle there. He is going to win the draw, but it is going to be picked up by Logan Lake there. And a nice line hold by Austin Daniels, but it is going to spit back out. We're going to see a 2-on-3 here for Logan Lake coming in, getting a nice low glove shot, giving Connor Stojan his first test of the evening, who grabs that up with no issues. One second left on the power play for the Mariners here. The D-zone face-off. Logan Lake does a good job of killing off a penalty early in the game. Can really help to build up some steam early, build some confidence, showing that, hey, just because we're down a man, we got no problems dealing with you guys getting you out of our zone. VIU is going to chip that puck in for an icing, but Miners will elect to play that. It's going to kick it over to number 6, Talon Zackel, starting defenseman for your Miners there. We're going to see a battle here at the red line between Miners and Mariners. Pucks bouncing back and forth. Miners slide it back for a regroup. Defenseman elects to gain the red line and chip it in. Nice simple play. Let his forwards go in and do the work. Number 22, Aiden Turner getting in on that. VIU failing to clear here, which is going to allow the Miners to go to work here. Stojan with a nice save there with the left shoulder. Puck just flipping up. Back up to the point for the Miners. He's going to look, shoot, but not enough traffic there as VIU is able to bat that away. Nice battle at the circle here. Back up to the point for the Miners. Over to Nelson. Oh, that's a beautiful block by Blake Power, just getting in the way of that. Willing to make some sacrifice. Logan Lake looks to turn it up here as VIU changes. They're going to chip in, and we're going to get a nice reset here for VIU. Bit of a misplay there by Stojan. Puck chips up the wall, and Logan Lake almost able to come up with it, but VIU recovers, exiting the zone here. Davis Sato making a nice move to the middle there for Chase Cook. Sato, top of the point, works it down low. Ferguson works it up. Back into the corner. Austin Daniels in a puck race. manages to hold the line there with a little bit of support from Bergeson. Bergeson kicks it low. VIU has it low behind the net. They're going to lose it. Logan Lake will come up with it here, looking to break out. Will elect to just chip it through the middle of the ice. And now we have a puck race here between Austin Daniels, but Stojan's going to come out and play that with some confidence, get the puck out of harm's way for just a moment. Allows Daniels to recover and try and chip a puck out here. Line will be held, but we have a whistle. Looks like a hand pass here. And face off here just outside the Mariners zone. Sato taking the draw. He's going to poke it through. It'll go back to the Miners, who are going to send that deep. Puck race here as we do have an offside. And we're going to reset the draw just as it was a few seconds ago. 4 minutes and 24 seconds of hockey played so far tonight. Mariners 6 shots, Logan Lake Miners 2. Miners able to kill off an early penalty for those of you just joining and have decided to go spend some time in VIU's end now. Miners working it back, gain the red. That's going to be a nice chip in there by number 12, Leo Senger. We're going to see a corner battle here. Nice move by Sato, takes the hit to make the play, looks to the middle. Just not quite able to find Newens as the puck's sent back in. Seems very clear to me, Logan Lake just doing a really good job of putting the puck in deep and trying to wear VIU down right now, be physical, and make those defensemen think twice about going back to get a puck. Going to see another dump in here. Number 10 for your Miners, Bomber, is going to get in there with a nice hit. But VIU will come away with that. Austin Daniels coming around the net with that. He's looking for options here. Maybe a hold on the play, but doesn't look like we're going to get a call here, so play will continue. Players were both a little bit tangled up on their skate up the ice here, and now puck's going to be saved. We're going to get a little bit of rumble-tumble behind the net here. Goalie didn't quite have possession as they blew it, though it does look like we are going to get an O-zone face-off for the Mariners. That's Matthew Enns with 7 stops on the night so far, off to a really strong start. Tested early and often on that VIU power play and does a good job holding down the fort, keeping things even so far here through 5 minutes of hockey. You're going to see that VIU first line here. Ethan Jones back in the draw. Earhart on the left. Hunter's going to get there into the corner and come away with that puck. Looks up to the point. Finds McGuire on the point. McGuire elects to send that back in. Posey, sorry. Puck's chipped out to the middle. Jones swinging at it, but just misses. Now we have a puck race here between Posey and the Miners player. Small battle on the wall. And VIU just not having a lot of success currently, just a lot of poking at it and hoping for the best, where Logan Lake's actually coming in with some pressure and able to force some turnovers here. They just need to be able to turn those turnovers into some pucks on net, and we could have a pretty good game on our hands here. Puck's going to spit out to center. Miners defenseman Zackel is going to send that back in and elect to go for a change. Stojan comes out to play it. Posey has a look, dishes it over to his partner. And we are going to have an icing here. Head back to the Mariners zone. Would just like to take this opportunity to thank one of VIU's many sponsors, Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating, where community and comfort come together. Thank you to Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating for your support of VIU Mariners hockey. Jones in the draw. He's going to kick that back. Wins it to Posey. Posey battling. Currently tied up. Jones going into support. Going to see one VIU and one Logan Lake body on the ground. They'll get up as VIU tries to exit the zone here. Finds Jones on the right wall. He's got Earhart cutting through. They're going to try and chip in, but Miners are going to bat that down, and we're going to see VIU change as the Miners yet again come in here looking to do some damage on the forecheck, make those VIU defensemen pay. VIU finds a way, comes out with it. Finds McGuire on the wall, who will join up on the rush here. And that is number 16, Aiden Corbett, wheeling that into the corner. Going to get a puck on net, and it will be swallowed up by Matthew Enns. Again, has been strong and busy early in this game. It's Corbett having some words with the official. You see Blake Power on your left wing here. Aiden Corbett at center. nice battle here in the corner between VIU and Logan Lake. That's going to be Strom poking that back in as Power and Corbett go into the corner to engage with it. Corbett 1-on-2 in the corner. Power not quite able to support, but VIU does come up with the puck. Strom steps to the point. It's going to just elect to send that back into the corner. Cook coming in with a bit of a big pinch here, but working out for him as he is able to find it. Oh, and a nice near catch there on the point by Strom, but just not quite able to get it back in time. VIU will regroup. He's going to find Cook, who does find Corbett for a nice touch play to get that into the zone. Strom headmanning the rush here, putting a stick on the goalie, but ends able to get that puck off and up the wall for Logan Lake here. We do have a nice corner battle going here. Puck's going to squirt out, and Miners are going to come away with it. Though in a 1-on-3 situation, all you can hope to do is hold the puck for a little bit and see what you can create out of it. Puck's turned over there with a bit of a weird bounce play. Miners now on the attack. That's number 26, Mason Buzzell in the corner there, digging away, just not letting that puck be stripped off him. He's a big body. He is working hard there against VIU's Noah Danforth. Danforth, another super veteran on this Mariners team, going to work down there. And Stojan tested there, is going to make a nice pad save, but the puck will stay alive. Logan Lake looking to turn that back up to net front. Will find a man on the point. Limited traffic. It does not get through as one of the VIU players is able to glove that puck down. And battles all over the ice here. Again, Logan Lake getting back up zone. Going to be a nice move there. Narrowly avoids contact. Doesn't quite get the shot off where he wants to. It just squirts to the right of the net there. Bergeson is going to look for Newens there in the corner. Newens picks it up behind the net. Bergeson to net front, and the Logan Lake player has lost his stick and allow Newens to slide out. He's looking for a shot on net. That's going to be tipped just wide to the left of the net there. Got Wickham sliding down for it, but not able to quite keep possession. And now we're going to have a puck race. Pose racing as the Miners go, and he does get a nice shot off there just over the left pad of Stojan, who is able to direct it safely to the corner. Now Wickham joining up on the rush here, just going to elect to chip that in on net. Enns tries to play it, but the puck bounces by. Newens slides in behind the net just to pick it up there. That's Mathieu Catelier just picking that one up, but it does squirt back out to the neutral zone. VIU looking for a regroup, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, exchanging there between the D-men. That's your defensive pairing of Chase Cook and Cole McGuire. Two pretty good guys off the ice in my experience. McGuire maybe a slightly better guy than Cook in my experience, but both fairly good guys. And again, Logan Lake going to come through with it. It's the captain for Logan Lake. Believe, pardon me, I've been out of the game for a while. Jordan Lario, your Miners captain, came away with that. VIU is going to ice it back down, but we do have a penalty here. I was looking down at my sheet. I think I missed the call. I'm not sure who it is to. Does appear to be to Jet Bennett, VIU Mariners number 9. Call in the play, I am not exactly sure. I'm sure we will wait for the call here to find out. 10 minutes of hockey played. VIU out shooting Logan Lake 8-4, but Logan Lake showing some good early signs of life here in this first period, getting in often on the rush. Some slightly higher quality scoring chances could put them in a really good position to take an early lead in this game, but VIU is going to win that face-off and get them to reset early on this power play. 2 minutes for roughing. Okay, missed the play. Blake Power's going to get a stick on that as it comes through the middle of the ice, and we are going to get an offside here as Cook goes to break that play up. So the face-off will come to just outside the Miners zone here. Not the start they were hoping for on this power play, but I'm sure if they can just get some possession here and calm things down a bit and go get set up, they can get back to work. No problem. Draw is going to be one back. Cook's going to get it on the red line, and he is going to backhand that into the zone, but it is picked up. And a nice reverse hit there by Cook. He's going to plant one of the Logan Lake players just down there. Stojan coming out with it a little bit risky as he does throw that towards the side of the ice where it is picked off by a Miners player. Will just be tipped to the corner. VIU running a very aggressive high-pressure penalty kill, just trying to stall up Logan Lake, and it is going to work for a third time here as they're able to clear the puck yet again. Enns making a beautiful backhand sauce with the big goalie handle there. I don't see that one every day. Pretty clean stuff out of him. Again, strong start for him so far tonight. It's going to be Maddie coming down the right side there. Going to make a nice play up to Lario at the point, who is going to skate. Works it over to his partner. There's a call over to Maddie. He's going to get a nice shot on net through traffic. It's just wide. And racing for that puck is Sato, who is not quite able to get it out. Now we're going to have a puck race here. It's Catelier coming ripping down here, trying to get a shot off, shooting it just wide. Nice reverse hit in front of the Miners bench by Strom. They're letting him know about that, not too happy with it. Strom's getting in on the attack here. Puck race as we go into that left corner. Miners will slide it over to the right side. Another nice hit by Strom here. Very aggressive, very physical on a penalty kill. Very good. Good way to try and eat up the confidence of these Logan Lake Miners, who just haven't quite been able to get what they want going so far on this power play. And as we hit the 8-minute mark, it goes back to even strength. So Logan Lake still pressing here. Number 20, the defenseman for Logan Lake there, stepping in with speed. But it will turn up here. It's an odd man rush for VIU. Power's going to try and slide that over to Strom. Strom late in the shift is going to elect to just flip in and go for the change. Now Power in the 1v2 in the corner. Earhart stepping in, and that puck will be deflected just out of play. The ringette line beside the Miners bench. That is going to be our first TV timeout, folks. So far, we have 7 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first period. Mariners out shooting the Miners 9-4 to start. Miners showing some really good bursts of forecheck and aggression here. Just need to be able to turn that around into some better shots on net and maybe get some opportunities to put the puck into it. VIU, on the other hand, doing a really good job of breaking up plays and getting it deep, but having a bit of a tough time setting up in the O zone right now, with the exception of that power play they did have early on in the game. So yeah, really good game of hockey here so far. 0-0 after 10. No complaints, keeping it entertaining for the fans here at the Nick and the fans back at home watching. Mariners going to have a quick concession at the bench before heading back to play. Miners now heading back to play as well. Going to see that VIU first line back out here, and we're going to see that Logan Lake second line out here to match essentially a same starts approach to the after the TV timeout here. Puck's one to Earhart and just bounces off N's chest, who's not quite able to find it. He thought he had it. It bounced to the right corner. Now we're going to see a battle on that far right wall. Puck's going to zip around here. Hunter looking for it, not quite able to find it. We're going to see a one-on-one here between Pose and the Miners player. Wickham engaging the battle behind the net. That puck will squirt out. Pose doing a really good job of recovering, finding that backhand, giving it to Earhart on the wall. He's going to throw a beautiful sauce pass up to Hunter. He's going to slide it over to Jones. It's just poked away by the Miners defenseman catching up on the rush, but VIU will yet again come away with it. Just always seeming to have that puck on a string with this line, and it always seeming to get back on one of their sticks no matter how the puck bounces. Cook's going to make a nice little backhand, a reverse play. Earhart's coming in with speed, making a nice move, looks backhand, and ends just able to get a piece of that backhand. Miners defenseman not particularly happy with Earhart. There's a bit of contact made on the Miners goalie. I don't think intentional, but you're coming in at that speed. It's pretty hard to avoid a bit of a collision there. All seems to be okay, all considered. VIU will keep the Jones, Hunter, and Earhart line on the ice here. Puck's going to get poked through. Logan Lake will come behind their net with it, looking to chip here. Trying to find that puck's going to bounce off McGuire. McGuire fighting with the puck a little bit, not quite able to get it to where he wants to go. Over to Earhart on the right wall. It will come back into the Miners zone. Stojan really not showing any fear of coming out to play the puck tonight, making some nice rim plays and making his defensemen's jobs easy. McGuire comes around the net. He does have Hunter on the wall. He will chip it around Hunter. Jones and Robertson racing for that puck. Hunter now battling. A bit of a liberty there, but Jones is going to throw that on net. It is going to just bounce over that right side of the net, just up and wide. Jones comes back with it around the net. Hunter there stepping around, and it's just a bounce off the glass. McGuire's going to get it for regroup. He looks over to his partner, elects to keep. We'll send it over to Cook. VIU now with some fresh sets of legs up on the forward side will look to come away with it, but just needing some tightening up on the passes here, struggling a little bit with the tape-to-tape aspect of making a pass. That puck's going to get flipped out on a bit of a weird play, but Logan Lake comes away with it. But Cook does a great job of getting back in his way and fighting that puck. But Logan Lake's back here, and they will find that. That's going to be your first goal of the night. Logan Lake on their 5th shot. That is number 18, Gavin Maddie. Just classic goal example of not going away and not giving up on a puck. VIU with a few shaky attempts to clear, not great stop and start plays, and Logan Lake just chips away and finds a way to poke that into the net. Stojan will have his first goal against the net. Not much he could do, as typically after the 2nd or 3rd rebound, your defenseman will have cleared that out for you. So unfortunate for him. VIU will win the draw, and I'm sure this will spark them a little bit to tighten up here. And we're not going to get a touch there. Should maybe be an ice, but a puck race, the hybrid icing rules elects it not to be. Have a battle there in the corner between Bergeson and the Miners. Someone will go down, but no call on the play. Puck just gets past Danforth there, who is able to eventually recover, sends it over to Daniels, gets it up to Bergeson on the wall. Bergeson just trying to force that a little bit, and Davidson able to get a chip on it before going to change. VIU resetting behind their net yet again. Bergeson with it on the half wall. He's cycling through the middle. He's going to beat one. Looking to gain the red line here. And he does gain the red line. Skates through 1 or 2 Miners players there. But as that puck's chipped away, there's just no one there to sweep through it. VIU having a bit of a DIY approach right now. Some puck movement would probably help him get closer to that net. Really nice play by Pose there. Chipping that puck in and a nice reverse hit. Let him know that he won't be pushed around. It's Corbett down in the corner. Engaging in a nice battle. Power there to support. Puck in the corner. That's going to come up the half wall and on to the stick of Wickham, who is pressured. He is going to elect to just send that across the ice and give Logan Lake an opportunity to regroup here. It's going to be a nice chip in there by Sam. And again, your Mariners just seem to come away with it out of the zone here. Nice chip in play there by Landon Strome. It's going to be picked off. Cook's going to look for it. He's going to send it on net. It will squirt back out there for a rebound. A little bit of chaos net front there. VIU comes away with it on the half wall. It's poked out again, but just not able to bounce on that rebound. Miners do a really good job of cleaning up the house there, getting that puck away before it can do anything too dangerous against. You have Curtis Lee making a nice hit there. That's going to allow Cook to skate out of the zone. Potential offside, but they're going to let that one go. Linesman's got better eyes than me, so I can't doubt it. Cook looking to step up. Doesn't quite get a piece of the Miners player just how he wanted to, but with a nice poke up, that is going to give them a chance to go odd man here. Jet Bennett coming away with it. Skates in the corner, catches an edge, takes a bit of a tumble, but VIU still able to get it on net. We do have a penalty here. Believe it might be a trip on Jet Bennett. Should send VIU to the power play here. We'll wait and see what the call is from our official. That is going to be the Miners coming away with what I believe is a tripping penalty there. Number 16, Owen Nielsen. Just one of those unfortunate plays, textbook trip, where you're trying to do the right thing, you're trying to make a good poke check, stick on puck play, and fortunately your stick ends up under a player's skates. There, had those happen to me. There's nothing you can do about it, no worse feeling. Trying to make the right play, unfortunate thing happens, now your team's got to go kill a penalty off. When we say coach, and that's those are penalties you kill, ones like that, right? Accidentally, you kill those penalties off for your teammate. Try and get them off the hook a little bit. Wickham stepping around with it. He's going to hit Earhart in the center, who's going to look to carry through. Does a good job of getting around there and getting it in. Sends it over to Newens. He's going to flip it back around for Earhart. Everyone getting their positions now. Jones getting behind the net. Nice little cycle with Earhart there. He's looking, trying to see what decisions he has. He does have Wickham on the point, but he decides to go across the seam to Newens, who just doesn't quite find it for a shot. Back up to Jones at the top. Over to Wickham, back up to Jones. Jones looking, finding Earhart low crease. He's just going to try and poke that thing in, and somehow Enns is going to make the stop on that. Miraculously, it looked like Earhart had him beat, and just a quick one-touch over. Jones is going to one-time, but Enns just off to a very, very strong start tonight. 16 shots against and rock solid through all of them. He's been challenged a decent amount there. That nice little move by Earhart there. I quite thought he had him, and somehow managed a way to get the leg out and kick that away. Mariners going to stick with their current personnel on the power play. Try again. They did have some good looks there. 37 seconds into this. I almost forgot prime performance and therapy power play for your VIU Mariners. Draw will be won and kicked up to Wickham at the point. He's going to send it over to Earhart, who's going to walk, take a look, consider his options. He's going to step around the net. Jones getting in the slot. Earhart just electing to keep and get that on net. And again, Enns just snatches it up. No real hassle for him. He's going to be doing a great job of finding the puck tonight. It's not for a lack of trying by VIU either. We've seen this Earhart and Jones line connect for some really good pass plays and tap-ins and rebounds, but just not quite able to find the back of the net. And that is in credit, of course, to Matthew Enns, who's doing a great job back there. VIU going to reset here. Wickham trying to reset the puck. It just doesn't seem to want to stop rolling on him. Does finally settle down. He's carrying with a bit of speed here. Makes a nice move to cut to the inside, but just not quite able to get it deep enough. Logan Lake will find it and send it back out of the zone. 43 seconds remain in your Mariners power play. Earhart now with it. Coming with speed. He's going to cut to the middle, get inside. Making a really nice move on the D-man, and just a Carson Earhart goal if I've ever seen one. Making a really nice through the legs play on the Miners defenseman, and just zero doubts on that one. Putting in a bit of an awkward spot for Enns just below the glove there as he stood up, and yeah, hard to argue with that one. That's been to a VIU game in a while, but see one Carson Earhart goal and kind of reminds you that he does that pretty often here at the Nanaimo Ice Center. So with 1:42 remaining in the first period, we got a 1-1 hockey game, back to even, making things interesting. VIU out shooting Logan Lake 18-8. Draw will be won by the Miners, kicked back to their defenseman. Bouncing puck will roll through. Seems the Mariners finding a spark here. That's going to be Corbett wheeling with speed. He's going to dish it out to the right, get net front, but that puck will just be put to the left wide. Corbett finding it behind the net here. And that Earhart goal is unassisted. That was a full end-to-end play. Picks it up behind the net and finds a way to get all the way down, beating a guy and putting that in the net. Blake Power now attacking on the forecheck, not quite able to find it. And McGuire just going to make a strong, solid defensive play, gain the red, chip that in before electing to get the change. We'll send Danforth out to the ice with 45 seconds remaining in the first period of play here. Nice little well-angled chip play up to Power there. He's going to go between the legs, make a nice little dish back to Strome, but just Strome not quite able to get enough on it. Ends with another nice save there. Again, just being tested early and often. Power now has it left corner, 1-on-2. Not a lot of support coming in, but we will see Strome come in just as the puck squirts out, carrying it around the net. Shaking off a few Miners players here, but just not quite able to come away with the puck. And VIU now need to pay some attention. They got two Miners players behind them. The puck's chipped out. We got a 2-on-0 here. And unfortunate, bit of a rolling puck there. And just as the Miners go to shoot, that's going to take a bit of a hop and deflect out of play into the netting. I'm sure Stojan pretty grateful for that bouncy ice there. Never an ideal as a goalie to be having to face a 2-on-0. And definitely never ideal as a defenseman having to chase down a 2-on-0 the other way. So I'm sure the two VIU defensemen and Stojan are thankful for the bounce there. Got Newens in the draw now. He's going to poke that through, but Miners do come away with it. 5 seconds on the clock. If they can try and get a shot off here, they might be able to do something, but really, really nice block there by Davis Sato. He's just going to kick that out to the middle and let this period go away quietly for now after some scary moments there towards the end. So again, to finish up that first period of play, shots are 19-9 in favor of your home team, VIU Mariners. goals, tied up at 1-1. I believe the Mariners are 1 for 2 on the power play, and the Miners are 0 for 1 on the power play. Just like to take this opportunity as well to thank another one of the VIU sponsors here, and that is Original Joe's. It's the official post-game meal for the VIU Mariners. If you're looking to have dinner with the Mariners after the game, head on over to Original Joe's there at Country Club Center and treat yourself. Get a nice ace burger, maybe some hot wings, maybe some fries, whatever interests you. Original Joe's has it. Great atmosphere and place where VIU gets all their pre or post-game fuel after any Mariners home game. So we'll step away for a few moments here. I will go rehydrate, and we will be back with you guys closer to the start of the second period. Thanks for tuning in.
nothing but a zero. Throw your hands in the
All right, hockey fans, we are back for the second period of play here between the VIU Mariners and the Logan Lake Miners. Nice, again, a home game here on a cold and clear January evening. Miners tied that period with the Mariners 1-1 apiece. Again, VIU out shooting the Miners 19-9, but I don't think that's super conducive of the gameplay. I did think it was pretty back and forth. I think the Miners do spend a lot of time in that VIU zone, really strong on the forecheck there. Just need to find a way to get a few more pucks on net, and we'll have a real battle on our hands. Really strong start so far for Logan Lake from Matthew Enns. It's tested very often, especially by that Earhart and Jones line on the power play there. Earhart, of course, eventually finding one. I did call that goal as unassisted for Earhart upon review of the play. It is quite clear it was actually assisted by VIU goaltender Connor Stojan. So Stojan, 1 point on the night as a goaltender. I know that's always a good feeling. Be switching sides here. VIU in white and blue will be skating left to right on your screen, with the Miners skating right to left as we switch ends in the second period. As we do every period, we'll take an opportunity to give a shout out to VIU's title sponsor. That is the Tom Harris Community Foundation, the goal of enhancing the quality of life in our community. Tom Harris Foundation, very big supporter of VIU hockey over the last few years, and very grateful to have them back on board again for another great season of BC intercollegiate hockey. Tonight's game is also sponsored by Nanaimo Mitsubishi. VIU Mariners wants to thank Nanaimo Mitsubishi for their generous support. Mitsubishi is a proud community partner, giving back to local organizations across Nanaimo, and we appreciate their commitment to our team and, of course, the local community. Mitsubishi had a lot of great nights in this arena. Had some fun Mitsubishi travel giveaway nights here for the last few years, and be looking forward to more partnerships with those guys in the future. Puck's going to get dropped here. Play is underway in the second period. VIU sending that into Logan Lake's zone. And Earhart coming away with it. Going to get a nice early shot on net there. Digging at it. Ends doesn't quite have it covered. He will find it. Earhart going to get away with a few whacks on the glove there. Miners not giving him much pushback. We will see an O-zone draw on the right side for the Mariners. Jones stepping into that face-off circle. He knows oh so well tonight. He's going to try and win that. It'll bounce back. VIU will come away with it, sending it up to Pose at the point. He'll work it over to Wickham. Wickham back to Pose. Nice little exchange. He'll get that shot off. Miners player is going to have a bit of a trip over Pose's stick there, but will come back up with it. Pose again picking it off, electing to put that back in on net. Ends will just hold it, keep things simple. No point trying to play the puck under pressure early in the period. Keep it simple. We're going to see that Logan Lake Miners first line step out. Gavin Matty in the face-off circle. Jordan Lario on his right wing and Aiden Turner on his left wing. VIU sticking with their guys 30 seconds into this second period. Jones back in the circle, looking to win that on his right blade over to Earhart. He does if Earhart can find it. It's actually going to be Hunter coming away with it, but he will be gunned down by a Miners defenseman there. Miners coming away with it. Nice chip play, but it's going to be just picked off there. Bit of a high hit on Wickham, but fortunately that's the game you play as a defenseman there. You take the hit, you make the play, and now they're back to work in the O-zone. It's a good play by Wickham. Puck's in the corner here. A little bit of contact between Hunter and the Miners defenseman. Jones pursuing with pressure here is going to get stick on puck, and Earhart's going to come in and pick that up. He's going to find Hunter behind the net. Hunter's looking for Jones in the slot. He'll elect to cycle it back down to Earhart. Earhart looks up, finds Jones in the slot. Jones over to Hunter and just not quite able to get a piece of that. Logan Lake will try and come away with it, but again here, Wickham doing a really good job of holding that point. It's going to get slid over to Hunter, net front. Oh, and Earhart just not quite able to get a piece of that thing as it slid underneath him. Very hard puck to read. Going to find Jones' slot. Jones will get dumped there a little bit by the Miners. Back up to Pose, over to Wickham. This is becoming a tale as old as time here. Earhart in the corner, not able to do much with that late in the shift. Miners will look to get a break out here. Just going to take a slap shot from the red line there, put it on net. Lario coming in with a bit of pressure. Sam there looking for it, but it's picked off by Cage Newens. Newens coming in with some speed right now. He's got Bergeson on his right wing, creating a bit of a net drive. He'll chip that into the corner, initiate a bit of contact, 1-on-2. He's going to send that up to Sato on the half wall. Sato's going to send it back down to Newens. Newens not able to come away with it. Miners strip him of that puck. They're going to look to break out here, and they will with a bit of a chip, though not before Cole McGuire is able to get a stick on it and send it back up. McGuire now behind the net. Stojan coming out to play it. He's going to send a nice angled chip up the wall for Bergeson. Bergeson battling, but that will be found by the Miners defenseman. And we have an icing here. Puck will get sent back the other way. We will have our first face-off of the period in the VIU zone. We have Nathan Bomber on the left wing for the Miners. Jalen Davidson at center. And Braden Huth on the right wing here. Logan Lake abandoning that right wall, clearly looking to make a tight triangle play off the draw here. Will they be able to win the draw? No. Bergeson will come away with it. Maybe held up a bit there by a Miners player, but we won't see an arm go up from the refs here. Cook will get hauled down as well. Newens looking for a call. He will not be given one. Cook now chasing that back down, working hard for it. Now Newens has to get on his horse and get to that half wall, but not before Rasmussen can chip that back into the zone. VIU having a little bit of tumultuous time getting out of their zone here. Miners are going to send that through the slot, just not able to find it there. Booth's going to pick that back up, turn and spin, just try and get one on net. He's going to have a nice big rebound. They're going to get another shot here. Puck's not able to be swallowed up. Newens is going to come through and collect and bail his defenseman out here. Nice chip off the glass, finds Bergeson. Bergeson is dumped yet again. Again, maybe a bit of a cross-check on the play, but you know what? Let them play. I'm all for it. Less time we spend in the box, more 5-on-5 hockey we get, and I think that's the way it should be, so we're good with that. Strom's coming back here. Daniel's going to have to face this 2-on-1 alone. Just a very nice shot over the left shoulder of Stojan. It's a 2-1 hockey game. Miners making it 2-1 here early in the second. And just a really well-placed shot there. A couple missed assignments coming up the ice for the VIU. You got a forward trying to fill in for your D-man there on a bit of a pinch, and all of a sudden it's in the back of your net. It's just the way it goes. Wait for the call here. Let you know at home who got that goal and who got that assist. Draw will be won by Maddie, but Power will end up taking it back and coming in with it. They're going to throw that on net to Ends, who's going to swallow that up, no problem.
How did you get roped in?
Corbett in a good battle here on the wall. It's going to be stolen away by Lario, your Miners captain. He's in a good battle, but it will get sent back in. We got Strom coming back in with that now. Corbett ends up with it on the point. He's going to send that to the net. Nice little kick out wide there. Will not give him much of an opportunity. And a race for the puck between Lario and Danforth. Make good contact. Danforth doing a good job of getting that back up the wall. It will spit out to the middle. Really, really good effort there by Blake Power to break that play up. Something's going to happen behind the play. Going to get a call from the ref here. I believe it was something between Danforth and Lario. They're calling it a slash. I didn't see anything. But again, I was looking the other direction at the play, so who knows? Maybe Danforth gave him a whack. A little uncharacteristic for Danforth, but emotions get high in the game. He did take a bit of a high hit from Lario in the corner. Maybe that's made him decide, you know, I need to give a guy a whack. It's just the way she goes sometimes. Logan Lake here opening up for their second power play of the game, looking to make something happen, extend this lead if possible. Shots 22-11 in favor of the Mariners, though the score 2-1 in favor of your Miners. Gonna make a nice pass up to Davidson on the left wall. Davidson's gonna chip in. It's gonna come away. They will find it and kick it out front, but VIU actually turning it up here. A little 2-on-3 action on the penalty kill. Good impact here. Landon Strom doing a really good job on this penalty kill. Caused some havoc for the Miners. Get in the way and not allow them to exit the zone or enter the zone peacefully. He's going to get a shot off there. Challenge ends in a bit of a one-on-one scenario and do a really good job of killing off the first 34 seconds of that VIU penalty from Danforth. Jose Wickham back to the point. Logan Lake coming out with it now. Going to get the red line, but that'll find its way to Pose, who makes no mistake of getting that 200 feet back down the ice and killing off another few seconds of this penalty. Sato leading the charge in there. He'll make contact, but not before the Miners are able to get rid of the puck. Lario here coming away with it again. He's held up a little bit, but they are going to be able to turn and burn here, get back into the zone. Will they be able to set up here and create something? Not sure. This very high pressure penalty kill from VIU does seem to challenge Logan Lake quite a bit, never ever really letting them get super comfortable. You can see here being a little bit more passive. Suddenly Logan Lake's able to work it around. They're going to get a shot from the point. That's going to be Zackel. The nice feed from number 18, Gavin Maddie. Got a 3-1 hockey game on our hands in favor of the Miners, folks. We said it at the very beginning of the broadcast. This Miners team finding some success this year, over a 500 win percentage on the season, and no reason they wouldn't look to exact some damage on VIU tonight. VIU having a bit of a slow start tonight. Why not take advantage if you are the Logan Lake Miners? And that's exactly what they have done. With only 12 shots, putting 3 in the net improves them to 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. We got a 3-1 game on our hands. VIU is going to win the draw. We're going to see that VIU first line come back out. A really nice play by McGuire here. He's going to get on his horse and actually try and go headman that forecheck. Nothing more fun as a defenseman than getting your chance to be F1 on a forecheck every once in a while. See the fire in his eyes. Puck will be deflected out here off of Logan Lake, and we'll get an O-zone draw for the Mariners. Jones is going to win that back to Earhart. Earhart looking for a shot, but not quite able to come away with it as it is stick checked away from him. Cook and McGuire arguing over it a little bit, and no one giving McGuire an option there. A little bit of a misplace as he's coming to get body checked, and unfortunately he will ice that one. Now sending VIU back for a D-zone face-off shortly after just having an O-zone face-off. The ebbs and flows. Puck's kicked up. Earhart looking for a hit there on the point. Won't quite find one. He's going to hang out. And that puck will get spit through. It is touched, so no icing. As for the Miners, Braden Huth is going to hustle back for that puck. And that's going to be Senger trying to come away with it. Not quite able to get away. And a really nice hit by Schaefer on Earhart. Earhart tries to make the move, caught off balance, and Schaefer making no mistake, putting Earhart down there. We will get an O-zone draw for VIU here. Small disagreements between the black and green team and the white and blue team behind the net. Nothing we can't iron out in the long run. And we will get set for another VIU O-zone draw. Going to send out the Nguyen, Sato, and Bergeson line here. VIU needs to find some here, needs to get some mojo and try and fight their way back into this game in this second period. Don't ever want to be leaving the second period down on the scoreboard. You always want to be going in even or up. So VIU, that's their job for the next 13 minutes here. Sato's going to take a bit of a shot. Logan Lake getting a little bit more confident with the physicality here. And I can't blame them as they've been more physical, they've forced more turnovers and more mistakes out of VIU. The physicality works, you might as well stick with it. Their discipline's been good throughout, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Miners coming up with it here. Going to send it up. Lario's just going to skate through it, but he will be able to cut back in time to chip that into the corner. Got Danforth going to get it. He's going to put that up to the wall, up to Bergeson. Bergeson's going to spin and move, but it's not going to go where he wants it to go. Lario, thankfully for the Mariners, stifling on that puck, not able to kind of get anything on it that he wants. We're not going to have Daniels leading the charge. Daniels, the defenseman for VIU, but did spend some time on forward, so he knows how to drive a net, but hopefully he doesn't forget how to back check as he is a little bit late coming into the zone. His forwards are going to do a good job of bailing him out and getting back on that back check to make Stojan's life easy. Stojan's going to elect to rim that around. Miners are going to hold. We do have a whistle here. Too many men potentially for the Miners, it looks like. Or is that the Mariners? That's going to be Miners. Too many men here. Rasmussen's going to go to the box, I believe. And looked like as that puck got rimmed around, maybe a miscommunication on the bench for Logan Lake. That is going to send them to the penalty kill, and we are going to get another VIU Mariners prime performance and therapy power play. Quite imperative for the Mariners to try and get a goal on this play as they are down 3-1. You want to find one now and quell Logan Lake from building more momentum on a penalty kill here. It's a really good opportunity for VIU and a mistake I'm sure the Miners really regret making, but it's just the nature of the game. You get excited on a change, pucks are bouncing all around, and sometimes two guys go, sometimes the wrong guy's sent. That's just the nature of it from time to time. VIU's going to set up nicely here. Earhart up on the right point. He's walking, he's looking, he's not going to shoot. He will give that to Nguyen, who's going to cycle across the top. Nguyen has options. Wickham on his right. He's got Jones on his left. He'll find Jones on his left, who will walk, enter, shoot. Oh, and a really, really nice shot from Jones there. Looks like it's just off the inside of the connector on the net there, and that will not find its way in. Goal is waved off. 2-on-2 battle here. VIU on the advantage should come give some support. Puck will get kicked over to Jones, who's going to rim that around back up to the top for Wickham. Wickham has Earhart here, but he'll elect to step in. Finds Earhart at the top. Earhart walking down, shooting, looking, ends with a pretty easy save VIU not quite getting the traffic and getting in his eyes the way I think head coach Chris Jones would want them to, as he taught me to do many years ago, the Bantam Nanaimo Minor Hockey Clippers. Going to see a new personnel change for VIU's power play here. We're going to have Corbett in the middle, Power on that right side. Back on right D, we've got Austin Daniels. We've got Mags up on the left side there. Puck's going to get worked up to Daniels, back down to Power. Power's looking for a seam, won't find one, gives it back to Daniels, who will send it back, keeping it simple. Over to Daniels again. He does have McGuire open, but he's going to elect to keep it on his side, keep things simple, allow Power to spin up a little bit with some speed and roll across the top here. He's just going to throw that on net. Got lots of traffic. Daniels going to throw it on net, but that will be blocked by the Miners, but he'll get it back for a seam here. Another really nice stick and block play by the Miners, just not really giving VIU the time of day to get good quality shots off and make an impact on this power play. It's going to go up to McGuire on the point. He'll cycle around. He'll take a look. He elects to shoot. Nice little bounce up, but it will not find its way to the net. Luckily, Daniels is there to recover. He's going to wheel around. Sends it back up to McGuire at the point. Will he elect to shoot or will he cycle? He's deciding. He's going to go for a low blow option. Unfortunately, a little bit too much steam on it. Daniel's still able to hold the line, though. 14 seconds remaining on this power play. He will shoot again, and yet again stifled and blocked by the Miners. Doing a great job on this penalty kill. Not overly aggressive, but just staying in lanes and not giving VIU much life to work with here. Going to see a change. It will even up. Miners penalty kill improves to 2 for 3 on the evening, but it will go low here. Won't quite find its way into the net as Enns is there all ready to block that one, and he'll swallow this one up. Get a stoppage of play. 10 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in this second period. Shots 27-12 in favor of your Mariners. The score remains 3-1 in favor of the Miners, though. VIU just not quite able to find what they were hoping to find on that power play. See what this third line for VIU can provide here. My apologies, second line here. Gonna have Newens. He's gonna look for Sato in the slot. Won't quite be able to find him. Wickham on the point, dancing around a little bit, having a nice spin move. He'll keep it. He'll get it over to Pose. Pose will throw that on net. She's gonna go just through the shin pads of Miners defenseman Everett Rasmussen, but will be kicked out wide. And the Miners will try to flick that out, but it is bounced and chipped out of play. Should be an O-zone draw for your Mariners. And refs will call it TV timeout, so I will take this opportunity to thank another one of our VIU Mariners sponsors. I'd like to give a shout out to the Saints team, empowering your financial future together. Saints team, a great supporter of VIU Mariners hockey over the last few years. Great guys to go see for all your financial needs. And I just want to say thanks to the Saints team. And again, I'll just remind you guys, it is a sponsored game by Nanaimo Mitsubishi. Nanaimo Mitsubishi is a very proud community partner of the Mariners. Mariners very happy to have them around at all times, very supportive of VIU hockey. Be sure to stay tuned. They always are partnering with the Mariners for fun in-game giveaways and stuff like that. So thank you to Nanaimo Mitsubishi. Head coach Chris Jones on the bench. I can only imagine what he is thinking right now. Though from my view, I would say it's not I would say it's more of I'm not mad, I'm disappointed kind of look from his eyes that I'm getting from up here, though. Of course, we'll not quite be able to confirm that. It's all speculation from me up here in the booth in the crow's nest. Yeah, you're going to send the Newens line out. Newens on the draw, not going to be able to win that. Rasmussen's going to make a nice rim play up. Miners looking to win. They're going to flick that up and have a one-on-one play. Always awkward as a defenseman, but Pose able to settle that down for the regroup here. VIU just kind of chasing shadows a little bit. Need to be a little bit more physical here, I think, to set a tone. Just a lot of bouncing and poking and hoping and praying. It's not doing them many favors at this point. To be a little more on the ball here. Newens is going to find that thing in the corner. He'll somehow manage to come away with it. He'll throw it on net. Ends with a nice kick-out save. Newens not quite able to find the rebound there. They will keep it in the O-zone here. A little bit of an overskate from the Miners there, but they will recover. Come out here on 2-on-1. Errant little drop pass there, thinking he had someone he didn't have. And if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be a second too many men penalty to the Miners in about the span of about 4 minutes here. Don't see that one too often. Of course, here at the Nick, you get the long change. A lot of pucks in the neutral zone. It can be pretty difficult to avoid some of those neutral zone passes as you are trying to change. And I believe that is Lario heading to the box to serve that for the Miners. Logan Lake captain there. So VIU will go back to another prime performance and therapy power play here. Wickham sends it down to Jones in the corner. Jones with a little bit of a fan on the pass. It will still find its way back to the top. He's going to walk, fake the windup. He'll find Jones. It'll hit him on the backhand, not able to shoot. Jones rotating down, getting around the net here, sending it out to the slot. Earhart going to come away with the bounce of it here. I'm not sure if he'll be able to find a shot with it or if he'll look for a seam. He'll elect to wheel around the net. Jones will get out of his way, work to the corner. Earhart still just looking for a seam, looking for anything here. Not a ton of traffic for VIU, just guys getting in lanes, blocking shots. Yet another deflection out of there by Enns. Oh, and Jones had it in the corner, looked for Earhart in the slot, just couldn't quite make that tape-to-tape connection that they were hoping for. Surefire would have been a great opportunity for VIU to get back on the board and get this game a little bit tighter than it currently is. Jones on the point, picking that one off, sending it down to Newens in the corner. Newens looks back for him in the slot, but really nice pickoff play by the Miners defenseman, and that's going to get sent 200 feet. And with only 1 minute remaining on the VIU power play now. Earhart wheeling. We've seen this movie before. What's he going to do with it this time? Makes another really nice move on the defenseman, but some really good back pressure support from the Miners are going to come and break that play up before any real damage can be caused. Newens making a nice move down to Earhart, but he just doesn't quite have enough on it to pull and drag. And now we have a 2-on-1 puck race, but Miners will elect to change instead, pursue the 1-on-1 behind the net. It's McGuire coming away with it now. He will find Bergeson over on that right wing. Bergeson enters the zone. He's going to take a look. He'll send it back up to McGuire. McGuire has Daniels. Will Daniels shoot through the lane? He does have traffic, but not a good seam. He'll shoot, and he will find that one in. Nice little shot over the right pad. Assist should be coming to Bergeson and McGuire on the play, and Daniels, who seemed to be stifled with blocks in that first power play, with 18 seconds remaining, finds a way on that too many men call to Logan Lake. And so with shots at 29-12 in favor of the Mariners, that score creeps a little bit closer. We have a 3-2 hockey game in favor of Logan Lake. Just such a bummer for Logan Lake to get back-to-back too many men calls. I mean, you're able to kill the one, but this VIU power play is notorious and pretty hard to expect to keep them out of harm's way for too long here. I believe that improves them to 2 for 4 on the power play tonight, firing at 50%. I'm going to see Corbett lined up for the D-zone draw here. That's Maddie who he will beat on the draw there. Power looking to move it out. He will not be able to as the Miners defenseman steps in and stifles that opportunity. Rasmussen looping up with it, making a nice flick play to the middle, but his forward's just not quite able to find it. They'll go back to Rasmussen here. He'll try and kick it back up to the middle, but again, just something's not clicking here, not able to find his boys, but yet the Miners will come away with it. Except now Power coming down the wall in a 1-on-3 situation. Not much you can do with that. Somehow manages to come away with it. It looks like we're going to get a tripping call. It looks like it was taken on Power there by the Miners as someone unweights him at the hip. And in a 1-on-3 situation, if you're the Miners, that is absolutely a penalty you don't want to take. You have the numbers. Get physical, get in his way. Don't just be leaning because you'll end up with a trip and you're going to send this very well clicking VIU Mariners power play back to their 5th power play. Prime performance and therapy power play of the game. Head coach Chris Jones is going to send out that omnipresent first unit. Newens in the draw. He will win it cleanly back to Wickham, who will look to Earhart for the one-timer. Earhart throws it on net. It just goes wide to the left, and Miners will clean up house and send that about 195 feet, not quite 200 all the way. Wickham will wheel out with it here. He's got options on his left and right. He's skating with speed. He'll find Earhart over on the right side. Earhart's going to slow up and elect to set up rather than trying to force a shot here off the rush. He'll send it down to Jones in the corner. Jones up to Wickham. Wickham down to Jones. Jones is going to wheel around with it through the Harborside Volkswagen logo in the corner. Harborside, Harborview. That'll get sent out net front. VIU just not quite able to come away with it, though it doesn't go the whole way. A quick regroup here, and they still have 1:14 of power play time to work with. Newen skating through that one. Jones will manage to get it to his stick. Nice hip check play by the Miners there. It's going to slow Newens up, but not before the puck finds its way behind the net. That's Hunter there battling behind the net with it. It'll be Earhart back up to the point, down to Jones low, looks for Newens low for the stuff play, but he will not be able to maintain control of that puck as it starts rolling and bouncing. Wickham over to Earhart low. He's going to find Jones in the seam, but a really nice stick lift play, and your Miners are going to do a great job of preventing anything super dangerous from happening with that first unit as Wickham heads back the other way and opts to collect. He's got Daniels on his right, and he's got Bergeson on his left. He'll elect to go to Daniels. Daniels will look to Bergeson over on that left with speed here. A bit of a 3-on-2 situation on this power play with only 24 seconds left. VIU needs to try and put this puck on net and create some chaos here with the man advantage. That's Curtis Lee there down in the corner, exchanging a nice hit. And he's going to throw that one in. And Hunter Bergeson, off of the great battle exchange play by Curtis Lee there, is just going to walk right down Main Street and just fire that one 5-hole with the backhand. Matthew ends there, I think, thought he was going for height, and he was able to just slip that one 5-hole. I believe assist will be coming to Curtis Lee there. Fort St. John native and Huskies alumnus. Got the Catelier line. It'd be good to see some more of tonight stepping out here for that restarting faceoff. We have a 3-3 hockey game. Oh, Logan Lake almost finding one very shortly after the draw there. It's a nice short side attempt, but just kicked out wide by Stojan. Surprise, surprise, Logan Lake not showing any quit, not wanting to go away. And that's another power play goal for the Mariners. If they can just stay out of the box, they seem to like this game 5-on-5 a lot better than the Mariners do. Might be able to still keep in the fight here. It's going to be flicked up by Cook, slightly picked off, but not before it gets out of the zone, and we're going to get a hand pass call, which should bring it to the north side of the neutral zone. Catelier stepping into that circle. He's got Jet Bennett on his right, Curtis Lee, the assist from the last goal, on his left. Going to work that up. Wickham's going to do a good job of stepping up on that draw as Lee tied up. They will send it in behind the net and try and get to work here with 3 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in this second period. Game tied 3-3. Lee going to go in there looking for some physicality. Miners player wants nothing to do with it. He'll take the dodge, but they do still find a way to get out of the zone. Not before Wickham goes back to collect. He sends it over to his partner, Pose. Slight miscommunication. Pose looking for the hip check. He'll find it, but again, not taking the puck with it here, and so Miners will try and slip through again. Luckily for VIU, they're able to send it down, but a little bit of a no look here for VIU. Miners will send it back. Draw pass actually comes just outside of the blue line and forces an offside. Super unfortunate. I know Lario just needed to put a little bit less on that. That would have been in, and you have a 3-on-2 scenario. Very scary for the Mariners late in the shift. So getting away with the lucky one there a bit for the Mariners as this period hits its dying minutes. 3:09 to go. It's one back to Daniels. He'll send it over to partner Danforth. Just the absolute veteran D pair for this Mariners squad. I have Strome leading the rush. Power getting in there physically. He'll lay a hit. Puck's exchanged back out. Miners will look to come away with it here, but not a ton of manpower to go in with, but they will go in and tack here hard on this 2-1-2 forecheck. Not quite able to find it. Blake Power is going to rim that one around, but he's got nobody there. Miners are going to do an easy job of holding the line there. I believe that is Shadi, not sure how to pronounce. Apologies if that is incorrect. Doing a good job to hold the line. Miners here still finding solid ways to break out. What could have been a 2-on-2 situation, unfortunately, for Lyndon Robertson, just heals that puck a little bit and isn't quite able to get the pass off that he was hoping to get. But he will try again here, sliding through the middle. He'll elect to chip off the glass, and that will be no icing as it bounces over the stick of McGuire. Got Darius Sam getting in there with a bit of a hit, but not able to come away with the puck. Lario, though, luckier bounce there. He's going to fire it over to the middle, but at that point, Sam's already changing. Now, all of a sudden, you have a Chase Cook-led 2-on-2 situation, but pucks flip back up. It's going to go back the other way, 2-on-1 situation. That's going to be Davis Sato racing back, and McGuire going to do a good job of forcing that puck to the outside. Stojan steering it wide, and we have some pretty good back-and-forth hockey going on here, folks. Sato now coming away with it the other side, trying to pull that around the defense, but not quite able to get a piece of it. He's fallen into Enns there. Enns is giving him a shove, telling him to get the hell out of his crease. He will do it, and now we have another puck race late in the shift here for the defenseman. A really good job done there. The net is just taken off the hinges. Trying to see which number that was for Logan Lake. I believe it was Aiden Turner racing and racing for that puck with Cage Newens, who was caught back on the back check there. And instead of finding a goal, unfortunately finds a bit of a tough shoulder into the net. I'm sure he will be feeling that one tomorrow morning, though he does seem okay. So glad he will remain in the game, of course, no problem. And Stojan able to get out of the way before any real harm could come to him. Jones line on the ice now. Some sort of consideration between the ref. I don't know if Logan Lake maybe thinks that there was an unfair hold or stick lift by Newens there on the race back. I think it was clean. I say let the boys play, but I'm not the one wearing the stripes. Seems like if I was, they'd think I made the right call, though. Jones going to win that draw back to the corner for Wickham. Wickham tries to throw it around. No luck there. It's going to be stuffed by the Miners. 58 seconds remaining in this VIU Logan Lake second period. Score 3-3. Really good corner battle there, and that's going to be, believe that's going to be Earhart coming away with it. Oh, it's Hunter coming away with it in the corner, actually. I'm sorry. And Jones going to find Earhart there, and just not a spot you want Carson Earhart shooting from. Jones going to find him in that high slot, and he'll make no mistake. That is a Carson Earhart goal yet again, right from the slot. Nice low snipe. Ends never really standing a chance with how quick that puck moves, and the VIU Mariners will make it now 4-3. 1 point trailing in this game, 3-1. It is now 4-3 with 35 seconds remaining in this second period. Shots 32-13 for the Mariners. Matthew Enns putting up a hell of a fight, but it's Mariners team just coming in waves, and it's never the first or second shot. It always seems to be the third or fourth on a shift where they're finally managing to break through and find a way. I have Daniels in the corner with it here. He's going to set it up. It's going to get kicked out here to Coutelier. Just not quite able to come away with it, but we do have a delayed call here on, I believe, Adrian Schaefer is going to be headed to the box with 14.3 seconds remaining. And it seems as though Matthew Coutelier finds himself in a disagreement with, I believe that is Taylor Schmideter. It's okay. It's hockey. You're not always going to get along with the guys you don't that you play against. That's what makes it so great. With 14.3 remaining in the second, we are going to get yet another prime performance and therapy power play for the Mariners. It's going to get sent to the point. Austin Daniels looking for that very, very similar goal from earlier, but is not quite able to find it. Enns gets the pad up on it this time. Daniels will hold the line, fire again, and just testing the durability of that Logan Lake Miners chest logo on Enns' jersey there is Daniels. Sure, he was looking to put a bit more angle on that or find some traffic. 2.2 seconds to go. Mariners will try to get a quick shot off here before we wrap up the second period of play here tonight. Corbett lining up for that inside win. He will not get it. Miners do a good job. Oh, we get a shot off from Strome, but Enns will swallow that up. Pretty much no contest. And after 40 minutes of play on a cold Saturday evening in January at the Nanaimo Ice Center, your Mariners find a way to get back up in this game. It is 4-3 for your Mariners. Shots 35-13 in favor of your Mariners. And when we come back, Mariners will still have 1 minute and 46 seconds left on a prime performance and therapy power play. We're going to step away for a few minutes here, folks. Thanks for tuning in with us, and we will see you back in about 15 or so minutes. All right, folks, we're just 3 minutes away from the final 20 minutes of hockey here at the Nanaimo Ice Center. The pirate ship, the Nick 1, whatever you might call it. That's where we are. That's where it's 4-3 for the VIU Mariners against the Miners right now. Just want to take this opportunity to yet again mention tonight's game sponsor, Nanaimo Mitsubishi, for their generous support of VIU Mariners hockey. Always been very supportive of the team, very, very fun crew to work with, and thank you to Nanaimo Mitsubishi. Also like to take a chance to shout out this period's sponsor, Winley Contracting, proudly building Vancouver Island. Shout out to Winley. If you've ever driven through road work here in Nanaimo, probably those guys at the helm, fixing potholes, staying busy out there. So thank you to Winley for your support of VIU Mariners hockey. 1:55 to go here before puck drop. Couple things I'd like to mention right now. Matthew Enns coming out as the clear leader on save percentage. 4 goals against on 35 shots. Whereas for your VIU Mariners standout players right now, Austin Daniels with a nice goal. I thought Curtis Lee did a really good job on that third goal of separating man from puck and allowing us to walk in and bury that goal. Otherwise, yeah, we got a bit of a tight game here. I mentioned at the end of last, VIU was down 3-1 at one point there, crawling back with some lucky power plays to make it 4-3. Logan Lake still got 1:46 to kill off of a penalty here to start this third period. If they can get that job done, Tass might lean towards trying to tie this one back up. 5-on-5. Logan Lake's been in this one all night. It's once you get to that very lethal VIU power play with lots of chemistry, there's only so much you can do. So big focus for Logan Lake here, playing 5-on-5 hockey. That's where they'll find their success. VIU can manage to capitalize on this power play. That might shake out the way we can expect this game to go. And again, here in white and blue will be your VIU Mariners skating from right to left this period, and in black and green will be your Logan Lake Miners skating from left to right. Mariners are going to roll with the hot hand and start that Jones, Earhart, Wickham, Hunter, and Nguyen's power play unit to get things rolling in this third period. Both teams queuing up. I'm sure the focus for head coach Grant Friesen of the Miners was stay disciplined, and I'm sure that the message from head coach Chris Jones of the Mariners was to capitalize on your chances. Let's see how things go. Earhart's going to swing behind the net, leaving it for Wickham. Wickham will come out with some good speed here. He's got Earhart on his right to support. He'll elect to keep. He'll elect to keep again, beating 1, 2, 3 Miners as he rolls behind the net, feeding it over to Jones in the corner, who's going to take a look around, weigh his options. He'll try and fire it out in front of net, but nice stick by Enns there to keep things located behind the net. Back over to Jones in the right corner. Just kicking it around behind the net. Gives it to Hunter. Hunter's going to draw a pass, but that will be picked off by the Miners. They're going to try and send it 200 feet, but a really nice catch by Earhart there. Holds things in the zone. He's going to walk, have a look at a shot. Miners doing a really good job of clogging the middle and not opening up any of those seams that have buried them earlier on the penalty kill. Jones is going to try and fire that thing. Bit of a misfire, though. Kind of overskate or overshoot that puck. It'll go to Nguyen's at the top. Nguyen's will walk around with it. He's going to look, kind of get a shot through traffic. Really nice block by Presley Gordon there from your Logan Lake Miners. He's going to get kicked over to Earhart on that half wall. He's going to look to shoot short side, but that will get tipped out into the corner. Puck race here between Nguyen's and between Zackel. Zackel will not quite come away with the puck, but will do a good job of containing them to the corner. Goes over to Nguyen's in that slot. He's going to look top right. The option's there, but he just doesn't quite find it. Overreaching a little bit. Earhart here is going to be what I think he assumes is hooked, looking at the ref, but won't matter now. Arm doesn't go up. VIU gets sent the other way. Apologies if you can hear any feedback. It seems like we're having a bit of an audio issue in the rink here. It was maybe finally just passed. Sounded like Marty McFly's big wall of speakers there for a second. Going to get kicked back to McGuire. McGuire's going to have a look at that post. It's going to be picked off there by Lario. It's just all over the ice tonight, doing a really good job getting in seams. See why he wears the C for Logan Lake Miners. Just a lot of battle, a lot of heart in that guy's game. It's just everywhere. Puck's going to be dumped in. We'll see a puck race here for the hybrid. McGuire will win it, and that will be icing. It's going to be an O-zone draw for the Mariners on the left side of your screens here. VIU 12-2-1 this season, looking to improve to 13-2-1 tonight. Continue to spread that gap between them and the UVic Vikes. Very strong and known island rivalry, a heated rivalry, if you will. McGuire's going to throw that one on net. It'll be tipped. Enns is down in front of the net. I'm surprised there's no goalie interference call there, to be honest. It looked a little bit greasy from the Mariners, but yeah, not going to find anything there. Strom's going to come away with it. He's got Corbett cutting if he can find him there. See him, nice little attempt to throw there. He just can't quite get a piece of it. Power's going to get to the half wall, chip that back in for Corbett. Strom picks it off as the Miners try and throw it through the middle of the ice on a regroup here. Corbett will keep. Nice patience to work it down to that right corner. Power will be hit, but he'll get back up just in time to throw it back to the middle of the ice. Strom again just not quite able to get a shot off. Mariners will reset. Matthew Enns waving his stick at Corbett there saying, get out of my way. Like to see the battle from him. Gonna have Lario coming up on that puck. It will be stripped by Bergeson. He'll send it around for Danforth. Danforth's going to cut back. Will he look to cycle? He tries, but he's just a little bit under duress here. Luckily, he'll have Daniels just having a great night come to bail him out. Daniels does a good job cutting, weaving, swerving. He's now headmanning the rush. Still got those forward genes from a few years ago on the Mariners in him here. Looking, he's swiveling around. He's not able to come up with it, but he does get it to Newens, who throws it on net. Enns is going to go down again. He doesn't seem to like that one, and puck's getting thrown up in the air here at center ice. Mariners will look for it. Daniel's flat-footed. He's just going to try and take a sweep at it, but no luck there. Tyson Posey comes up with it behind the net. Posey now with a bit of speed, shimmying. Gets across the red line. He does have Newens cutting to net, and he does have a net drive from Bergeson. He's not going to find them, though, as the Miners do a really good job of swarming him and not giving him much room to work with there. Nice little off-speed switch. He'll come in. He'll get a shot. Puck is loose in front. Can Enns find it? He does. And with Catelier at the doorstep, just not quite able to find what they're looking for and tap in that fifth goal of the game for the Mariners. It stays at 4-3. Apologies again, folks. Some audio issues in the building. Not sure if that's showing up on the microphone that I'm speaking to you through, but it is definitely very noticeable in the rink. Puck's going to get chipped out past center. We will have no ice here. Posey in a puck race there. He will come away with it, send it over to his partner, Wickham. Wickham's going to loop up. He's going to flick that up through the middle. Picked up now by Lee. Lee's going to throw it at the net. It'll be tipped off a Logan Lake stick and out of play for what should be another O-zone draw. We're in the business of mentioning sponsors. We'd like to give a shout out to Advanced Health and Sports Clinic, official health and sports clinic of the VIU Mariners. Advanced care, stronger you at Advanced Health Clinic. Great place to go if your back's bugging you, maybe your neck. Maybe you need some concussion testing like I once did many years ago. Great place to go for any of that sort of stuff. See the guys at Advanced Health and Sports Clinic up in the north end of Nanaimo there. Jet Bennett in the circle, taking the draw. Won't quite be able to come away with it. Got Lee here taking a step. Catelier in a puck race against two Miners. Not quite able to come away with it, but doesn't let them get out cleanly either. Now that's Curtis Lee working. He's going to come away with that. It's kind of a 2-on-0 sneaky play here. Nice save by Stojan. That'll bounce out. Mariners player running into the net. Probably a little bit of a tough one on the shoulder. The Enns standing tall again in a 2-on-0 quick transition scenario. Does a really good job of getting in position and just swallowing up that cross ice pass, giving them nothing, shutting them down. Enns with, if I'm any good at math, I believe 37 saves on the night on 41 shots against, putting in some work. Stojan on the other end. Looking a little bit more bored. 13 shots tonight. He's getting a nice stretch in his crease. just staying warm and staying loose if that puck does end up back down in his end. Again, Logan Lake spent a lot of time in VIU's end, just not a ton of shots getting through for them. This VIU team, once they get going, it is just a tough force to break through. A lot of depth. Cook's going to be racing back for that. He'll get some support from McGuire, who will sweep under. He'll elect to rim it around. Hunter will try to be there, but can't quite get a stick on it, and so that'll get sent back in. Miners one-on-one battle with Cook there in the corner. They throw it to the slot, but no one quite there to find, and that puck's going to go 200 feet, but not icing as it was the Miners who threw it that way. Oh, and a crazy weird pickoff by Earhart here. Don't know if you guys quite saw that. Earhart just caught an errant puck through the slot, carried it in, didn't have time to exchange. Ends fell, leaned over. Earhart couldn't get around it. Jones tried to get around it, couldn't quite find it. It sat on the line before it was ultimately cleared out with no whistle or stoppage of play. Now Jones making a beautiful move here, finding Earhart in the slot. He's going to get 2 whacks at it. Sorry, Hunter finding Hunter in the slot, who will get 2 whacks at it. Again, Ends just like, no matter the situation, seeming to be just ready to roll here. This VIU first line is at war with him tonight. Lots of opportunities. Not a lot of success 5-on-5 for them, though power play has been good. Danforth doing a great job there of taking body position, escaping that battle. Miner's going to throw it. It's going to go off Danforth's skate back into the corner. He tries to reverse. Probably wanted a little bit more on that one. It'll get to Power. Power's just going to chip this puck out. Nice and soft. Won't be an ice. Try and settle things down. They will get a change here. The rest of his line will join him. We got Corbett here leading the rush. Strom chasing up. We got Pose leaping for a hit there. Won't quite find it, unfortunately. Lake Power on the wall. Just another chip play, but that's going to be taken over by 44 from Logan Lake, who will do a good job of holding that line. Gets up to the point. They'll get a shot off. I believe that's blocked. Someone's in duress there. Can't quite tell. I believe that's Wickham. Took that one, I believe, off the back of the leg. Sacrificing the body. He tries to crawl to the bench, but they are going to blow it down here. He is having a really tough time getting up. It's Pose dumping Nathan Bomer there. A little late behind the play. Seems to get away with one as the refs are looking at the injured Mariner, Wickham. Hopefully just a stinger and a bruise and can walk it off, but those ones do indeed hurt, especially if it catches you on the thin part of the padding on the shin pad. It's look like he lost a game of paintball tomorrow morning. Best case scenario. Some deliberation here between the refs. I'm sure Logan Lake mentioning the altercation between Pose and Bomber there. And nothing going to come of it. No one saw it. The boys will continue to play hockey. Well, Logan Lake, I'm sure, hoping for a power play, not getting it. Maybe the refs will owe him a call here. We'll find out. Power getting in there, doing a good job on the forecheck, but it will still get rimmed around. McGuire pinching up, getting a good gap. Someone does slip behind him, but Cook's there. Cook elects to go back to Power. Power gets a nice touch in on that. That's going into the zone. Strom getting in there. He's going to kind of fall in on that puck there. Seems to be okay. We're going to have a 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Logan Lake comes away with it. It's Adrian Schaefer making a nice look up to the middle of the ice, hoping that it'll skip by Cook, and he's almost correct, but Cook able to come up with it. But that is sealed off on the wall by Sam, who's going to throw that on net, not find anything. Sam now coming in on the forecheck, not finishing his hit. And yet again, Cook just seemingly having a few of these shifts where the puck just continues to go to him and go to him and go to him, whether he wants it or not. Doing a good job of gaining the red there, chipping it in and taking a change before he's all too tired and getting stuck on the ice. Another chip play coming through. Danforth breaking it up, doing a good job. Daniels will get back, try and collect. Puck shipped out to center, though I believe it does hit a Mariners player on the bench, and that puck will be in south side of the neutral zone draw. Good draw win there by Davis Sato. He's going to get a touch on that puck, wave off the icing. Cage Newens coming in hot on the forecheck. He's got Bergeson the other side. Miners will make the safe play and reverse it back before chipping off the glass. will find their guy. That one does skip past Daniels. We do have a 2-on-1 here, though. Good back check with tracking from VIU there. Doesn't really give him much to work with. Nice, easy save for Connor Stojan. His 12th save of the night. Newman's in the circle now in the D zone, looking to win that right. Back to McGuire. Inconclusive on the draw. Bergeson will come away with it. He's going to look far side. He has Newens with him. Sato cutting outside. Newens looking to get in there. Puck's lost. It bounced into the corner. Newens just kind of skates by it there. I think thought it went a different direction. We've got a one-on-one situation here. McGuire does a really good job of getting his stick in the lane. I believe in the crowd here, some of the Miners players on the lineup tonight giving it to the ref. I think they might have thought that Stojan tripped the Miners player on the way by there. As someone up here in the broadcast booth, I got to stay impartial, so no comment on what I think. Again, no call. Refs will elect to let the boys play, and so that's what it'll be. Matthew Catelier stepping into the circle here. Going to win that thing back to the right corner here. Set the rim play up for McGuire. Will not go. McGuire will lose that battle. Now it goes up to Lee on the left side there. He's hit, but does a good job of managing to get that puck out. That's Zakal doing a good job getting in his way. That puck's just going to skip over Pose's stick. Cook joins him on the ice now. Not the usual pairing. Mid-change here. He'll give it back up to Pose. Pose will rim it around. Cook now, 2 Miners players on him. Has to just choose to throw that flat up the wall. But with a lucky bounce, Catelier maybe can get to it here. It's held up a little bit. I don't think there's any need for a call on the play. It doesn't seem to be that there is one. Curtis Lee going to work that over to Cook on the point. He's just going to fire one through with a bit of traffic. It does look like it hits a Miners player there and does not get through. Cook again, as I mentioned, puck just seems to find that guy when he's out on the ice. I don't know what it is. And Catelier dumped there, not really anywhere near the puck, but hey, no arms up, so we continue on, 5-on-5. Earhart poking that thing through. We got Jones out on the ice with Earhart and Hunter now. They are desperate for one 5-on-5 here. Been fighting the good fight all night, just can't quite seem to find one. Hopefully get some ozone time for them. Puck gets through, does not get on net. It's going to give the Miners a chance to get out here. It's Darius Sam spitting that thing up through the middle over to Robertson, who's not quite able to keep. Puck's bouncing through here. Got a nice impact hit there. Fans loving that one. Daniels coming out of the zone with it here. He's going to chip, try to get it to Hunter. Hunter's going to fight for it. Kicks it off the back of his foot. Earhart's there to support and sweep it back up. Back to Hunter. Finds Jones on a seam pass, just a little bit delayed, bouncing over his stick, and now he's 1-on-2 in the corner. Back to Earhart. Earhart fires short side. It bounces up and over, but not in. Hunter there now in the corner. He is outmanned and outgunned. Earhart coming in for a bit of a late hit, but all good. Nothing too dangerous. Puck stays in the O-zone here, and that will allow the Mariners to reset for a face-off now. That will be our TV timeout. We'll just take this opportunity here. We got a minute just to run back through all of our sponsors here tonight. Have obviously named as we go, but I will just mention here, obviously title sponsor for your VIU Mariners, Tom Harris Community Foundation, enhancing the quality of life in our community. Huge supporter of VIU Mariners hockey over the last year. Very essential piece of the puzzle for this VIU Mariners organization. So thank you to the Tom Harris Community Foundation for always being so supportive of BC intercollegiate hockey, and especially the VIU Mariners. Sponsors for the night, Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating, where community and comfort come together. Good guys to see for any plumbing or heating needs, especially this time of year. It's getting pretty cold out there. Heater's not working. Might want to get that looked at. Probably want to call Archie Johnstone. Food, Original Joe's, official post-game meal for the VIU Mariners. They'll be there eating dinner tonight after the game, hopefully with smiles on their faces after a win if you're a Mariners fan. And if you're a Miners fan, hopefully they'll be sad eating pasta after a loss. See what happens. Also like to shout out the Saints team. Good guys to go see for any financial needs in Nanaimo. Good group, lots of experience, local financial crew there. Nanaimo Mitsubishi, of course, game time sponsor and team sponsor driven by value, powered by you. We're back to play here. Wickham's going to throw that one on net. Luckily, another whistle, so I can finish my sponsor spiel here. I want to give a shout out to Winley Contracting. A lot of projects on Vancouver Island, creating lots of jobs, lots of construction. Shout out to Winley Contracting for their support. VIU Mariners hockey. And that draw is going to get one back to Wickham. He's going to throw that on net. It will bounce out. Jose going to do a good job here of getting that on net. It will stay loose here. Ends not really giving them much to work with. Puck's going to get flipped down. I believe that bounces off a Mariners player on the bench and will be whistled. Will go all the way. And last but not least, Advanced Health and Sports Clinic. Advanced Care, Stronger You. Great place to go for injury recovery, building long-term strength. And good guys, helping out the Mariners for years and years. Support tons of local community hockey initiatives. So thank you to Advanced Health and Sports Clinic for always being there for VIU hockey. Of course, mentioned them already, but game night sponsor, the Nanaimo Mitsubishi crew. Thank you to all those guys. Constant support, always coming out to games, running up the beer garden. Thank you for all your support of Mariners hockey. As we get back to the action here, draw is won by Corbett, but Logan Lake does come away with it, trying to put a puck through middle. VIU doing a good job stuffing. You have Wickham now jumping up in the play, so obviously looking at more of a bruise from that block shot earlier rather than anything to be too concerned about. So I'm sure Coach Chris Jones, like he once told me many years ago in minor hockey, told Wickham to just walk it off. Thanks, Coach Chris. Sato stepping into the circle here. Looking for McGuire on the point off the draw here. Looking to set something up. Sure, VIU would love to spread this lead a little bit more if they could. Get some insurance with 8 minutes to go here, but just on the other side of that, I'm sure Logan Lake is hungry to try and get back into a tie game situation here and make things interesting. In order to do that, we'll need a little bit more support coming out of their zone. They finally have it now, and they're actually going to draw a penalty here as Logan Lake goes offside. I believe that's VIU going to be going to the box on a high stick. I believe that's Newens. No, that's going to be Bergeson heading off for a high stick. High stick penalties, just unfortunate. Stick rides up, nothing you can do. No one ever means to do it. Also a bit of a silly penalty in a league that requires cages and full shields. But I understand, don't want anyone losing their sticks. Did some of these guys graduate VIU and join the beer league? Want them to make sure they're not going to have high sticks out there either. I like my teeth in my mouth, not on the ice, is what it is. Gonna have Power and Strome on the kill here with McGuire and Cookie on the backside. Yeah, you'll send that one down 200 feet. Power leading the charge on the forecheck here on the kill. It's going to loop back up. Strome will take his turn here, try and force something. Almost forces a turnover there. Power just a little late to react and jump that puck. McGuire's going to go for it. Stojan coming out to play it. Interesting choice on the power play. Don't mind it, though. I like the confidence. Good poise. See Strome overcommitting, getting a switch a little bit with Power there. It's kind of your rover, as it seems. Cook breaking that one up. He needs to find that and get it out. Otherwise, they're going to get it through. Nice block here by Strome. Going to take one, I believe, off the hand, but it's going to be sure and get that 200 feet, but they're going to send that back up right away. Sato having to rip back into the zone here. Almost a one-on-0 situation there for Stojan to fight off. Sato doing a great job of working back and getting in, though Logan Lake will come away with possession. That's thrown on net. Thrown on net by Braden Huth, but not really amounting to anything. And now, boys, both sides displeased with each other. For what reason, I'm not sure, though. If you're a VIU Mariner, I'm sure you don't like how close they are to the netminder. If you're a Logan Lake Miner, I'm sure all you're trying to do is put that puck in the net. It's a game of many disagreements, as evidenced by that last whistle. bomber in the draw here for Logan Lake. Big draw for them. 50 seconds on the power play. If there's ever been a time to capitalize and get back in this game with tie up, would be right now. They're going to get a really good shot through there. No one there to eat up the rebound. They're going to throw that on net. Very crazy block by Sato there. Going to do a great job to keep that out. Logan Lake applying pressure right now, throwing on some shots quickly. Going to see a pinch here from Huth. He's not quite going to get there. VIU is going to get that 200 feet. We got about 22 seconds for Logan Lake to try and capitalize on the man advantage here. Well, time still stands. Strom's been out there for a while, as has Power. Must be tired. Pretty active penalty kill for those two. Just hoping to get out of this one. 8 seconds to go. Get back to 5-on-5 hockey where they can go to work. Logan Lake gets it up to the point. Rasmussen lets it go. Hard shot, but just eaten up there by Wickham. Just getting in the way of a lot of pucks tonight. Great job by Wickham there. We're back to 5-on-5. Bergeson comes out with a full head of steam. He's freshly rested after 2 long minutes in the box. VIU's going to get that kill. Logan Lake sends it all the way. That'll be an ice. And we will get an ozone draw here. Linesman blocking that gate on the bench, not letting Logan Lake get a change. VIU, on the other hand, Bergeson coming off after his stint in the sin bin. 5 minutes, 48 seconds to go. VIU out shooting Logan Lake 47-21. It's 43 saves for Matthew Enns tonight. He has been busy, as he often is, playing against the VIU Mariners. It's a team that loves to shoot the puck a lot of times every game. Wickham goes back, has a look to the middle. Jones is able to get a piece of that. Logan Lake doesn't think so from the bench, but linesman doesn't seem to agree. Jones coming in hot there. Earhart's going to pick that off, walk around the top of the circle, get to his house in the slot. Tries to throw it down. Wickham stepped in. He'll throw backhand on net before taking probably a painful fall on his rear. Enns going to eat that one up. No problem. VIU soon to apex that 50-shot portion here. Logan Lake's kicked it up a bit, up to 21 shots now. It's 18 saves for Connor Stojan tonight. Stood tall on that penalty kill, and a lot of big key blocks from your Mariners there, notably Sato and Wickham getting in lanes and blocking some big shots on a very necessary penalty kill. Logan Lake's going to come out with it now. Going to have Aiden Turner there in the corner battling, just not able to come up with it. Now you're going to have the Earhart and Hunter pairing entering behind the net here. Earhart narrowly avoiding contact from Hunter there. Almost a bit of a player-on-player collision. McGuire will throw that one at net. It's tipped wide and bounces out. Jones doing a good job as F3 to get back, fill the void, but Logan Lake comes away with it. They've got a seam pass open here, just not quite able to find it. Goes back to the point. Nice little tip, but no overreaction from Stojan there. He easily kicks that one wide, and VIU's back the other way. Bit of a weird play. Hunter's dropped his stick. He's going to head to the bench with Earhart. We're going to send out Curtis Lee and Jet Bennett here, who I'm sure are looking to go wreak some havoc out there on this ice. Have not seen them a ton tonight, but when we have, they've been physical, and they have spent a lot of time in the ozone doing a really good job in their respective role in a tight hockey game. Daniel's going to flick that up. It'll be picked, but not enough, as Catelier is going to come up with it. Going to make a nice move and get around here, but not with possession. It'll get sent up the wall to Logan Lake. Bennett looking for the hit there, but still the puck spits out. Daniels electing to just throw that back in deep, and here we go. Bit of a 3-on-2 situation. Someone will do a good job of getting back there. Daniels comes up with it again, sends it up to the wall. He's got Lee over on his left, but a good stick there by Talon Zackel. Keeps that out of harm's way. Again, Logan Lake pressing now. 3 minutes, 37 seconds, I'm sure. So we cross that 3-minute mark. We'll be looking at Matthew Enns to come out of the net with some ozone possession and make this a 6-on-5 scenario. Try and tie this game up late and steal a point or two here in Nanaimo. VIU, on the other hand, just trying to weather the storm, keep the puck down out of their zone, and just send Logan Lake quietly into the night. We will see how they make out here. 3:29 remaining. Ozone draw. It's going to be Aiden Corbett in the circle versus, I believe, Jalen Davidson. Corbett will win it. Wickham does a good job of retrieving, sending that back in. Reverse hit from Landon Strome there. He'll send it back around. Seen a lot of this Corbett, Strome, and Power line tonight. They have it done quite well. Sends net front for Corbett. He can't quite find it. Puck's hanging out on the outside of the netting. It's still loose. Power's digging away. Power right in the mix. He's surrounded by a few Logan Lake players, but nothing too crazy will occur. If you're a VIU Mariner, you want to stay out of this situation, and if you are a Miner, you cannot afford to be going to the box with 3 minutes left in a one-goal game, and you need to get out of this cleanly, stay 5-on-5, focus on trying to get possession in that O zone, pull in your goalie, and get an opportunity to bang one in and tie this game up. Corbett's been great in the draw tonight. Haven't seen a lot of face-off losses out of him, and that's yet another super clean win. Back to Pose on the point. He's going to shimmy around, looking to get it inside. Just misfires on the pull and drag there a little bit, so no luck, no action coming out of him. Strome shaking off a guy, ends just racking up saves, bumping up that save percentage every shift here. 51 shots now for the Mariners. 47 saves for Matthew Ends. Gonna send Sato out to the draw here. Gonna be the Sato, Newens, Bergeson line. 2 minutes, 52 seconds remaining here as the puck drops. Sato gonna try and eat that one off the draw. Newens chasing. Nice little cut back there by Adrian Schaefer. He's gonna send that up the wall to Turner. Turner not able to do what he wants with it. That'll go back to Bergeson. Bergeson over skating it though. Miner's able to come away with it, but bouncing puck through the neutral zone. I think Miners need to get this deep and go get physical and try and turn a puck over, as I'm sure they need possession and want to get their goalie out of the net to make this a 6-on-5 situation. 2:24 to go. I'm surprised the look hasn't started yet. But without great possession, seems head coach Grant Friesen's choice to not try and pull goalie there is a good one. Ends with another stop. See veteran, mega, ultra, super veteran D pairing. Noah Danforth and Austin Daniels hit the line with mega veteran forward line. Jones, Earhart, Ryan Hunter. A little bit newer on the VIU scene, I believe was with the team last year. Will join them here with 2:12 remaining as they try and put this one away. Daniels with it on the point. Sure looking to shoot again after his goal early in the game. Earhart throws that one high. Hits Ends, I believe, in the collarbone. Hits him high and awkward. He's not liking how that one felt. Helmet's going to come off. Probably just winded him a little bit. Just not what you want to see. Guys faced 53 shots tonight. Done a really good job. Don't want to see him getting hurt towards the end of the game. Yeah, you will head to their bench, have a quick chat with head coach Chris Jones. Miners equipment manager, trainer McKenna Reeves checking in on Ends, making sure he's okay. They're going to bring his goalie helmet to the bench here. Looks like his might have popped a strap on his helmet, so Schaefer is taking backup goaltender Connor Hatfield's helmet out to him. See if that can get him through these last 2 minutes. Not sure if it was a chin cup breaking off, catching him or what. Hard to tell from up here. Seems okay, just taking a minute. VIU Mariners will take this opportunity. Next home game is next week, Saturday, January 31st. Mariners take on the UVic Vikes, 7:15 at the Nick. You know the place. You can join us live at the rink. You can watch it live on the BCIHL YouTube channel. Also heard you can tune into Rogers TV on Vancouver Island and catch the action there. Live on cable television. We're international. It's teams everywhere. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out in person, of course, against UVic. It's always a good one. Always a tight game. Usually pretty entertaining stuff from a fan perspective. And, of course, battling it out for that first place spot. So you'll definitely want to be here next Saturday, 7:15 p.m. against UVic. Hunter, one-on-one in the corner, just doing a really good job of chewing up a bit of clock here. Earhart's going to take a dig, always does. Jones doing a really good job of getting in, taking puck first there. It won't be a trip on the play. That's a great defensive play. Daniel's going to pick it at the red line, send that back in. Minute 35 to go here. If you're Logan Lake, you need a united front coming out of the zone here. You need to get possession. You need to get your goalie out of the net and try and make this 6-on-5. Fortunately, a bouncing puck there rolls to Earhart. That's going to be another 10 seconds chewed up there. So Logan Lake's not able to get to the O-zone. Forechecking hard. They need to look for possession here. Not quite able to find it. It's Wickham doing a really good job of holding onto that puck in the corner, but really good reverse hit out of Pose there too to keep Logan Lake off that puck. Chip down here. Is this going to be an ice or will it hit goalie? It will hit goalie. Which is a lucky draw for VIU. 57 seconds to go here. Logan Lake just looking to at least get a shot off here, create something, create a challenge here towards the end. They're going to chip that one in. Stojan's going to come out to play it. He's going to rim that around for Power. Power's going to elect to hold and eat in the corner there with Wickham by his side. Jonesy and Pose layered out. Logan Lake 3-on-2 in that corner, looking to dig that thing out. Puck does not appear to be moving. Ref's going to blow it down. We're going to have an O-zone draw here. It's 32.7 seconds remain. Logan Lake will keep their goalie out of the net, and we will see some 6-on-5 action here for the remaining 32 seconds. Logan Lake calling a timeout here. Logan Lake making a game out of it, keeping things entertaining here tonight for the fans watching at home, making a very interesting game. Haven't seen Logan Lake play in Nanaimo in about a year, or in VIU in probably about 2 years. Team's come a very long way in that time since that 2024 season, last time I saw them play. Good to see. Do quite like their jersey kit too, fairly reminiscent of the old Nanaimo minor hockey jerseys with a nice Kelly green, white, and black. Good to see Logan Lake developing well and being a competitive team in the BCIHL. Better, more good teams, better for the league, better for the fans. We like close games, folks. Draw is going to be one. VIU going to chip. That's going to go all the way. I do not believe it's going to be an icing. So Rasmussen's going to race back for that thing. We got 23 seconds left here. He's looking to come away with it. It's picked off by Corbett. Corbett will throw it down. It bounces off. Logan Lake doing actually a pretty good job of recovering here. Picked off again by Power. He'll throw it on net. It won't get there, though. Not quite an icing either. 11 seconds. Logan Lake needs to go. They need to go now. But as that puck's rimmed back, I think Blake Power is just going to look to eat this one up. Logan Lake not able to get much at the end of that game. Throw it towards the net. VIU will not make it 5-3 on the empty net, but they will take this one 4-3. Crawling back in that second period to improve to 13-2-1 on the season. Logan Lake dropping to 5-5-1 on the season. Won't keep you for long, folks. Thanks for having me on the broadcast. Filling in. I think I'm due to do one of these about once a year. I think this was my one for the year. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a bore to listen through. Real quick, I want to shout out all our sponsors again. Tom Harris Community Foundation, Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating, Original Joe's, the Saints team, Nanaimo Mitsubishi, Winley Contracting, Vance Health and Sports Clinic, of course our Power Play sponsor, Prime Performance and Therapy. And folks, if you're on the island, if you're on YouTube, wherever you might be, next Saturday, January 31st, Mariners take on the UVic Vikes, 7:15 p.m. at the Nanaimo Ice Center. You're going to want to be here. Energy's pretty good on those nights, from what I understand. Good rivalry. And yeah, folks, thanks for tuning in. I've been Simon Creighton. Thanks for listening, and enjoy your Saturday evening.